Okay, I'm going to provide an overview of the Rainbow Sprinkler Control Panel by HIT. So you have a variety of different controls on this. This control here will toggle through these various settings. So let me press it here. I'll explain what these are in a sec. These controls will toggle through these various settings here. So let me just cycle through. Okay. And these controls here will toggle this number under certain circumstances. So for example, I'm setting the start time here. This will change this number here. I want to turn it back to 6 a.m. So if you're controlling the number readout here, these controls will deal with that. So let's toggle this back over here to station 1. So these lights show the various stations 1 through 6. We currently just have 4 stations. 5 and 6 we don't have any sprinklers going to stations 5 and 6. Station 1 is the drip system out front. Station 2 is the front lawn sprinklers. Station 3 is the sprinklers closest to the studio out back. Station 4, the sprinkler is closest to Tony's house. Let's turn this back to auto run. So now under most circumstances, you want this set to auto run. You don't want this set to anything else. Now, if you don't want the sprinklers to turn on at all because it's raining or something, you want to turn this to off rain. So if it's set to this, then the sprinklers are not going to come on at all. Turning back to auto run will re-engage the automatic programming. You can also turn it to manual station if you want to trigger some kind of manual watering of one of the stations. So let's say, for example, I wanted to set the front drip system to come on for 3 minutes. I would turn it to manual station and then change that to 3, and then the drip system will run for 3 minutes out front. So let's go ahead and turn that off. So I'll turn that off, and it turns the drip system back off. Now you'll see the switch to ball, what looks like ball or something like that here every now and again, and I think that's the control panel just saving the settings that you've input. If you see that ball listed here, then you can't do anything. The whole thing freezes up for a couple seconds. So that's normal. That's just what it does. Okay, so let's, so you have 3 programs here. And so there's ball, whatever. It doesn't, so those aren't L's probably, but I can't figure out what else that means. So you can set up to 3 programs and then up to 3 start times for each program. But right now I just have set program 1 and just 1 start time for program 1. So let's go to program 1. And we can see that station 1, which is again the drip system, is set for 10 minutes. Okay, let's go up to station 2. This is the front lawn sprinklers. It's set to 10 minutes. Now, if I wanted to change this, I could change this down to 5. And so that would be set at 5 minutes now. Okay, let's change it back to 10. So again, there's station 3. That's the back sprinklers closest to the studio. Again, if I want to change that, I can change that up and down. Okay, for change, all the way to 0 if you want to. So let's put that back to 10. Okay, okay, so, and the station 5 and 6 are both at 0 because there is no station 5 or 6. Okay, so now if we continue to toggle here, we can see that it comes on at 6 a.m. So you see the PM is not set. So again, we can change this here if we want to. So let's say, yeah, if you really want to change this, you have to really hold it down because then it starts going fast the longer you hold it down. So let's say I wanted to change this to noon. Okay, so you see PM is lit up again now, so we're at 12 noon. Okay, I'm going to take this back down to 6 a.m. See, PM is unlit now. Oh, there we go. Okay. Okay, and again, we want to continue going this way. So the other start times are off. Okay, no more other start times. If you want to create other start times, then you can trigger this. But we want it off for now. So yeah, if you want to start time, just use these controls, and then if you want to turn it back off, then you switch it to midnight essentially, and then it goes off. Okay. Okay, so continuing using these controls here, we're going to continue going around the circle. Okay, so start time 3 is off as well. So again, start time 1 is 6 a.m. Start time 2 and 3 are both off. And then we get to the days of the week. So we're controlling, at this point, we're controlling what days of the week this program will come on or not. So as we can see, all the days of the week are going to be on. So on. Okay. If you want to turn one of them off, then use this controller here and turn it off. So essentially it's on or off. That's the only options you have. So if we want to turn Wednesday off, off. Okay. And this is why it's important that the time day is correct, because if the time day is not correct, then things aren't going to come on when you want them to come on. Okay, so let's just make sure all these are on. Water budget, I've never really figured out what this is. You can just leave it at 100. Semi-automatic, that means that you'll trigger, I think you'll trigger the program and cause it to run. So program 1 will run. So it's kind of like manual station in a bit, but all the stations will run according to the program. I think that's how it works at least. Okay, so let's just, since time day is kind of important, let me see here. Okay, you see programs 2 and 3 are all the times are there's no time allotment for any of them, so that in effect that they're both off. You see a 0 time for those stations. So time day. Okay, so it's 11:36, which I think is, or 11:37 now, which I think is correct. It's a Monday, and this is a Monday I'm recording it on, and PM is not lit up, so it's not PM. So the clock, the internal clock of this controller is set correctly. If the power ever goes off in the neighborhood, you will have to reset this, or if you unplug the plug, this is the that's the plug for the sprinkler controller. So there it goes. So if you ever unplug that, then you'll have to reset the clock as well. Again, you set the clock using these. So up or down. Now setting days of the week, you have to use this controller here, because this controls this wheel around the outside. So changing it to Tuesday, okay? It's not Tuesday, it's Monday, so I'm gonna switch it back. And I think that's it. Again, really quickly, program 1 is the only one I have set. It's set for 10 minutes on each of the 4 stations. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, set to come on at 6 a.m. And then set to come on each day of the week. So you see on, that's on each day of the week. Okay. Okay, then I'm going to toggle it back here. I'm going to toggle this to auto run, and everything's back to run automatically. Again, if you want it to switch everything off, you don't want any watering to happen, switch it to off rain. If you want to manually trigger a station, there, see, it's frozen, can't do anything, it says ball. If you want to manually trigger a station, you hit manual station and then select which station you want to water. And then let's do 4, and then say how many minutes you want to water. So let's say 5. So I want to water for 5 minutes. Okay. And that will come on. And I hear them coming on right now. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and turn it off because I don't really want to do that. So, and it counts down, and so now it's off. Okay. Okay, I think that's it. Hopefully this will allow you to control the automatic watering system here. Oh. Signing off.